Cancer fucking sucks. I'm just playing. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not playing. Okay, y'all. So, in the first video, I told you guys that I was going to update you guys once I had the surgery. I know I lied. I didn't know that I was going to be out of commission for a while. And, like, I didn't want... Like, I rather had did the staging video and then the surgery video all in one, just because it is, it was just like, you know, all the same or whatever. So, boom. Had the surgery January 13th. I have a video of me before the surgery. And just to give you guys a little refresher, that video, that surgery was exploratory surgery, which means that they needed to get samples of my bladder. They needed to get samples of my colon, and then they needed to see if it had spread through the lymph nodes. So the surgery went good. It was painful after sitting up, really doing anything, coughing, breathing, like all that shit hurt or whatever. It took about a week for the pain to like subside, but you know, I still feel tenderness, and the reason I feel that is because so the doctor said that that some of the lymph nodes are cancerous. So she removed some of them, I'm assuming to test them. She said that my stomach looked clear. And then we were just waiting for the results for the bladder and for the colon. So of course, you know, that shit is like mind wrecking, like just waiting and waiting to see where it has spread, if it has spread, and all of that shit. So I wanted to say something. Oh, lymph nodes. You have lymph nodes everywhere. You have lymph nodes in here. You have lymph nodes under your like underarms, and you know, you have lymph nodes throughout your body. For the way that they explained it to me, and I'm not really good at explaining stuff, but the way they explained it to me is that if it spreads through the lymph nodes, it can spread throughout the body. So, you know, we definitely don't want it going anywhere else than where it's at. And if you guys don't know, it's on my cervix. But, you know, not all news is good news. So, today, which is the 23rd of January, it was my post-op appointment. She was going to give me the results of the pathologies from, like, you know, the samples that she took from the bladder and the colon, and give me my stage. So according to them, I am a stage 3C1. I wish I could explain what 3C1 means, but I mean, we all know what stages of cancer mean. Stage 1, 2, 3. Stage 4 is terminal. So, I'm stage 3. Still treatable. She said that it did spread to my lymph nodes. She said it's starting to spread throughout my vaginal area. So, yeah. She said a lot. It's definitely a lot to take in. It was nerve-wracking, like, not knowing, like, the whole in-between, not knowing what stage I am, how advanced this is, you know, going, how fast this cancer is spreading, or whatever it is. Like, that part, that was nerve-wracking. Like, I've been really good, like really good with my emotions. I've been really good with um keeping it together. Like, it's my family that does all the crying. It's my friends that do the crying. Like, I'm pretty much really cool with, I'm just like, hey, okay, whatever. Like, I know it's not a whatever situation, but I just don't know any other way to kind of like, I just don't know what other way to react to it. It was just, I just found myself like, there was days that I just cried. I couldn't stop crying. Like, yeah, it was a lot to take, and she said a lot today. So, I know that when I told, like, a lot of people that's close to me, I told them about, a stage 3 and it's spreading. And yeah, a lot of you guys want to know what the next steps are. So I have two options. The first option is like standard care, what they would give, what she said, this is the care that I would get throughout the world, basically. If I went to another doctor and they told me that, and I told them I had this cancer, this is what they would give me. So she said I would do daily external radiation. So that's Monday through Friday. That's for 5 weeks. Then I would do chemotherapy once a week, throughout them 5 weeks. Then after those 5 weeks, I would do internal radiation for another 3 to 5 weeks. And so that would be my standard plan. Like, that's what it would be, if I went anywhere else. Then she offered me a clinical trial. The clinical trial is it's called Protocol NRG GY006. That's what the clinical trial is called. I'm definitely going to have to research it. But what she was saying is that if I'm selected for the clinical trial, then I would do the standard care, which I just explained to you guys about the radiation 5 times a week and chemotherapy. I would do all that basic stuff. But then I would do an additional treatment of a medication called triapapine. I would do that 3 times a week on top of chemo and then on top of radiation. So she said that the side effects are no greater than what I would experience with the standard care. She said that now if I opt in to do the clinical trial, she said that we have no control over if I get selected for it. So basically, she broke it down as it's 2 arms under the clinical trial. I can do just the regular standard care, or I can do the additional treatment. I just don't have a choice which one I can do. It's just either if I'm selected or not, if my name is pulled out of the fucking hat or not. So that's what it is. So she gave me a lot of information, and she told me that radiation will be contacting me in about 3 weeks. So another fucking waiting period. But that's fine. I still have to do my fertility stuff. So I go see them tomorrow, which is Friday. So yeah, that's what's going on. I don't know if you guys know, I live in Las Vegas. Las Vegas does not have a good rep when it comes to the healthcare system. And I am the first one that can testify that that is fucking true. The first, like, I feel like I'm advanced because the first doctor really tried to play me. if I was stuck with that first doctor I was with, I wouldn't have even had a diagnosis probably up until last week. Like that's how crazy this is. So honestly, I've already decided I'm going back to California for numerous reasons. I can get a better, a second opinion, better healthcare options. My family is there. I get more help, more support. At this point, I've decided that maybe work probably isn't an option at this point anymore, because I just need to focus on getting my body right. It was just a lot, and I was by myself in the office or whatever, and I forgot to ask like if it can be removed, but that's something that should have came up. Like, why wouldn't you guys want to remove this at this point? um at this point, y'all can take, I just want them to take everything. There's no need for me to keep it, because even after radiation, I'm gonna go into menopause, and I'm not going to be able to carry a baby. There's no point. I'm not going to have any periods anymore. There's no point. You guys are destroying my insides. There's no point of me keeping anything else. A lot of people are asking me as far as my body goes and how am I feeling? Like, what is it doing to me? So what it is doing to me is that I have a UTI that I can't get rid of. I don't know why I can't get rid of it, but I've been on antibiotics for like a month. Okay. When I had the surgery, she put a stent in my kidney because the tumor is pressing up against a tube that leads from my bladder to my kidney. So she was like, that's kind of the reason why you're having these UTIs. And I'm just like, okay. Another thing was that after surgery, she was supposed to go out and talk to my family, and let them know how it went, what they found and stuff like that. My mom said she didn't come out there. She just called her. And I just felt like that was so fucking impersonal. Like, how you gonna call somebody after surgery? She didn't, come talk to me after surgery or whatever. So, it's just the little things that make me feel like, well, maybe it's not a good doctor. So, yeah. Um, I don't really have an appetite. It takes me all day to gather up an appetite. Meat. When I eat meat, I feel like sick. Like, I don't know if my stomach can tolerate it anymore, but it just makes my stomach turn. My body hurts right now. Um, a little background about me. I had kidney failure at 18, because I had a UTI and I didn't know it. And it gave me something called rhabdomyolysis, where your muscles start to break down. And yeah, you guys can look that up or whatever. But every so often, like, I'll go into rhabdo, and it just makes my body hurt. So, okay, I think that's kind of what's going on. Just because I have this UTI that I can't get rid of. What else? I'm exhausted. Like, all I want to do is sleep. Like, my appointment was at 2:00. I got home maybe like 4. And I've been asleep ever since. It is now, I think, 9:00 or something. And I'm just exhausted. Like, all I can do. Oh, it's 10:00. All I can do is sleep. So, that's what it's doing to my body. What else? Constipation. That's the real thing. Because of pain medicine. And I can't be without the pain medicine because, Jesus. I tried to do it without the pain medicine. It's just so uncomfortable. It's so painful. It's just all kind of stuff. I still feel like I'm in a good space. I still feel like, I can fight this. I'm not defeated. My next steps, what I have to do is I have to get my medical records because I'll be going to California in about 2 weeks, the most. I'm gonna be going to City of Hope, so I do need to call them tomorrow. I actually have a busy day because tomorrow morning I have my infertility appointment. Also going to California because I am going broke trying to keep up with these medical bills just for the surgery alone and all of this. I dished out $2,500 and yeah. Yep. It's still expensive. Las Vegas ain't where it's at. I will say this. I'm gonna be kind of sad because the OBGYN that I had been working with before the oncologist, I really like her. I'm actually gonna put her information down here because I feel like that, there is a few doctors out here that are great, and she is one of them. I genuinely love her. Also the fertility, I'll put their office information if anybody wants it. I love their office. It's a Black doctor. She has her own practice. Her name is Cindy Duke, and she's great. So once I do my harvesting, my egg harvesting and stuff like that, then I'll be on my way to California. They gave me a lot of paperwork to do the research for the clinical trial. I just, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really want to do too much talking today. It's a lot going on for my family right now. My cousin just passed away last Friday. So, my family's in Louisiana dealing with that. I'm just not in a position to travel right now, and I wish I, could go be with them. Just it's a lot going on for my family. My granny has buried 2 of her kids from cancer within a year apart from each other. And now she has to bury a granddaughter. And then, me, I have cancer, and I'm actually going back to California to be with my granny. So, there's a lot. That's pretty much what I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, leave comments. I'm not good at replying to them, but I'll try. But yeah, thanks.